Red, tell me what happened last time.
Well, it was a bit of a somber mood as after the situation with well, Marcus's situation with handling the last mission. There was a decision had to be made as Scarlet was hanging out with Opal, who gave her a bit of a talk, giving her being her friend and such, as well as mentioning to Scarlet some things that happens, I guess, or believed to happen for agents from Mythos. That does not necessarily escape, even with Scarlet's soon-to-be misgivings and realizing that Mythos isn't as great as she thought, or it's turning out to be more of a blue blood than she likes, essentially. Regardless, uh, Marcus met up with Zach to explain what happened, who was not too happy, and told him that, take a couple days, you're off the case. Essentially, we have to come to a decision. This is a bit of a disaster, as it's caused a ripple effect, not only for him, but for Mythos as a whole. And we all have to, got a call to go to the office the next day. Though, I believe on her way out, Sonya had a little greeting from a Satar, who gave her a bit of a warning, seemingly to understand Sonya's nervousness and untrusting of Satar. Gave her a hint that maybe that friend of yours is stalking you, essentially. Made her leave, so for Sonya to ponder as she made her way back. And we all had a meeting with Zach, who asked us what happened, as we all explained what our views from each point in the story, how we got together. Sonya meeting Satire, then meeting the Avenger, and then of course Mike screaming that raced us there. And then when the Avenger went to go grab what Sonya had in her hands, it moved, and reaction was fast as Mike tried to do something with his powers. As he mentioned, he tried to slow things down, and Marcus lit it on fire, and basically burning a man and super cooked him inside his suit. All bad.
So that was 2 sessions ago.
Yes, of course, of course. And then he asks what we think should happen. Should he be left on the case? Should he be told to leave the city? And, well, thought about a good point. That seems that he's going through something, but regardless, this is a big breach of trust. It might not be best for him to be here, and we all kind of agree with that. Regardless of our feelings, that he wasn't necessarily a bad guy. What he did was bad, consequences that must be faced, and maybe being in Mythos maybe isn't going to help him with whatever situation he has going on. And Zach seemed to agree, as he told us to take a leave and take some time off, as they will have to deal with Marcus. And we all got a moment to say goodbye to him. A bit downer, a bit, as we said, hope things work out, but hopefully we'll see him in better times, essentially, as we took our leave. And Marcus was given let go, told that he'll be leaving soon and more likely be hopefully given some safety outside of the city, hopefully, as he took his leave in a bit of a daze, leaving Mythos, the one place, the one job, the one thing he's relied on for so long, is a blow, we'll say. As he took his leave, and, well, before going to the park, he met up with Pearl, who seemed to have heard the news and offered a helping hand if he needs someone to help him out in the situation he's found himself in. Though Marcus did mention that he's always been an ally of Mythos, the idea of going against him doesn't really sit right with him. Pearl shrugged and said, once you realize that was a foolish idea to say, come look for me, essentially. And she took her leave. And like I said, went off to think on the matters, figure out what he wants to do with his life, wander around and take a moment into being without Mythos. Scarlet went off to the bar and maybe to relax, to drink. The nightmares still stay with her as well. And, well, Damien said hello, sitting by and surprised to see her as he talked and heard about the news, offering sympathies as well as realizing that Mythos isn't that great and fueling that same feeling Charlotte has, mentioning that maybe I have an idea, actually. People keep laughing at me about it, but if you're willing to help me out, this may be a better idea, a better route than what Mythos does. Instead of letting them come into, people just wander in their territory, maybe we should have a pre-check, someplace to make it so people aren't always in danger. And Scarlet seemed to nod and agree, since Mythos, like I said, isn't turning out to be the best situation for her. Mike also sitting down at a local bar, trying to relax, trying to, figure out what to do next, as he got a seat and a visit by Pearl, who seemed more somber, more serious, as she gave him an offer, seeing that Mike is smart. He knows that things like this don't last long, and someone like him, if you want, I can help you out. A chance to have that safety net, especially if Mythos goes under. If, of course, you feed me information. Nothing bad, of course, just something that can be useful here and there. All for the cause, as Mike seemed to agree. And, well, Marcus had a visit, well, still wandering, left in the park, debating what to do as he knows trouble's going to find him if he stays too long. And more so when he had another visitor, an angel, a woman with many eyes. Cassiel, as she introduced herself to, and saying that death is on its way for him, that he has a choice here. Two paths. One where he can go forward, let Mythos crumble, and, well, chaos could win, or death, basically. And Marcus seemed to be unsure as she, a bit vague, but realized that there'll be a messenger here. A man will come and give him an option, and he can choose to take it and live or not. And, well, death will come. And he nodded, seemingly wanted to hear this out as she took her leave. And a little bit later, there he was, showing up to talk. I believe Damien, a bit unsure, but saying that he's here creating a new team, something better than Mythos, something that will do more good, and he can use his help. And it's too passive, and with us, we'll be a little bit more reactive and a little bit more willing to do what needs to be done for the people. And Marcus, maybe given a lifeline, decided to take him up on an offer. Sonya's situation, well, having gotten the tip from Platar, decided to keep an eye on not Damien, as that was the description, and spending a couple of days just watching, believing that she was being hidden as best she can, though eventually after following him into a section as the mist came around, he revealed that he knew she was there, and saying that she was pretty obvious to him that he's always been aware that she was there as they talked, and he revealed himself to be more than just a simple alchemist, as he took Sonya to his home, revealing himself to be apparently an angel, not necessarily trying to hide it, let's say. It was just a way to try to find a solution to a problem he's been having, and a way to ensure the safety of the people by making a new checkpoint, we'll say, for visitors, to ensure that no mortal gets hurt. Sonya can agree, because the whole reason she joined Mythos was, one, to meet and see some new and strange things, and as well as to help people. And it seems like he's making sense to her, especially so that he seems to be willing to continue their relationship. A bit odd, but for Sonya, she was probably very happy. As she said, to keep this a bit of a secret, no one needs to really know who I am. And my name is Michael, by the way. And don't worry about it, essentially. As he took her back home and said goodbye. And apparently there's going to be a new beginning. An event's going to happen, a moment where things will be changing. And I think that's where it ended last.
Yes. Well, current scandal still ongoing. You're all technically not. I don't think you've been called back for active duty unless there's like an emergency. So if any of you have anything you want to do, have free time.
Listen, man, if Opal doesn't want to hang out with me, but maybe Satara wants to hang out with me.
Of course, Satara wants to hang out with. Yeah, I mean, probably stop by one of the bars. As she sort of sits at the table with you and like, well, how have things been with you? City's getting quite crowded.
It's been all right, I guess. Technically, I'm on leave along with the others.
Hey, has that weird guy did your friend like hash out things with him?
What guy? Do you mean the alchemist guy?
Long dark hair, glowing eyes. Was stalking Sonya. Kind of warned her about him, but sure if he should figure something out about him. Kinda gave me the creeps, you know?
What do you mean glowing eyes? I didn't see anyone with glowing eyes.
No, his eyes are... Surely, you not see them? Well, if not the eyes, at least the wings. Like, you see those, right?
No.
Huh. Interesting. Well, he has a pair of wings he keeps hidden, I guess, then. Well, not from me, but I am a bit special.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Sound. Sonia in trouble? Is she okay?
I mean, how would you feel if an angel was stalking you? Would you think that you're in trouble, or would you think that you're popular?
I think intimidated. Yeah.
I mean, the guy could probably kill me if he wanted. That's a fair assessment. It is quite dangerous.
So fucking wait. So let me understand this. The guy I know, the Damien, he's actually a fucking angel. What?
Well, see, I have many gifts, and I can see things that maybe some people can't. Well, he does keep them tucked away, let's call them. The shadows they cast are quite noticeable to me. Yes. That guy is an angel. Be sure of it. Or at least, I guess your world's equivalent of one? Not sure if you have different rules. A lot of weird stuff. Also, I'm pretty sure Damien is a fake name.
Scott's gonna let out like a breath. No, he's offered to. Well, he did recruit me into like a project he was working on.
She kind of grimaces a bit. What kind of project?
Something about the Mythos department's not too reactive. He wants to create something more proactive. Actually, actually do things about the problems in the city.
It's up to you if you trust him, but I don't know. I won't trust someone who hides themselves.
No, Grun. Can I suppose that can I try to determine if like so I was like tell to be straight here.
Yeah, roll me an investigate. I don't think this is a social disaster.
I don't think my other ones apply here.
But you are a clingy attention seeker.
You're so right. I am. Let's go. 6.
Listen, she does seem to have your best interests at heart. And she's not like, who would have no reason to lie to you about this. She does seem to be quite a powerful creature, so maybe certain spells that affect your sight don't affect hers. And she did say she is quite attuned with shadows, so maybe she
It's
can.
gonna say, not even. She's not even from here. Who knows what whatever fucking spell he put on affects creatures from other realities?
Apparently, she's a master of shadows, so she probably can just see their like
Ron,
shadows being
you
cast
don't.
in the ground.
You don't need to give me your copium supply. I'm already importing it from Mac. I'll make my own copium. As yeah, yeah, yeah. Scarlett's gonna just say, no, no, I don't really like the idea of signing up with somebody who decided to fucking lie about who he was. No, I don't really like the sounds of that.
Well, do you mind if we play a game with him then? Because he clearly wants you on his side. Let's give him a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, I'd be up for it.
Go along with what he wants. See what he wants to do, and maybe we can fuck with it.
Scarlett will give a nod. Yeah. I'll keep you informed.
I think I'm gonna go now. I need to ask a couple of questions. I know just the guy. See you around.
See you around.
As she will kind of almost melt into the floor and dissipate. Mike, tell me what you're doing on this bright day.
Mike is considering. Do I renew my passport? He will not run away immediately, but scheming how if I can get away far away somewhere where probably, hopefully, the assassins will not catch him. But for now, he's mostly trying to.
And probably like packing some
That's
sort
no-
of like emergency
Yeah,
bag so
yeah.
you can.
Yeah, for now, he doesn't want to plan to actively run away because he thinks that he would not make it probably. But
Well, let's
some preparation.
let's put the final nail in that coffin. As you're like in your bedroom, sort of checking the bag, like as you hear a soft knock at the door as you turn around and you see the woman, the one made out of shadows, smiling at you in your own apartment. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. You look like you're packing for a road trip.
No.
Mind if
I
I
don't
tag
intend to
along?
It depends where to and how long.
I mean, where are you planning on leaving?
Well, right now I'm not planning to actively leave.
Running away from something? Someone?
Let's just say business gone bad.
Maybe I can help. Quid pro quo?
Depends on what your intentions are. If you're some kind of traveler, I'm not sure you're going to stick around town.
Oh, I am gonna stick around town. I've decided I like this place. I'm gonna stick around for at least a year. So, listen, Mike, was it?
Michael Nadia.
You look like someone who would know people.
Depends what kind of people.
Well, I would need to borrow your body for a moment.
Michael Bliggs.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything bad to it unless you want me to.
My revenge says. I'm sorry. I just remember that. I need to compose myself. And what would you offer in exchange?
Well, I mean, I guess you're afraid of something, someone. I can just kill them.
As Mike was getting chuck quietly. I'm sorry that that list is long, and I know I do know a few names, but you see the problem is it might cause ripple effects, and is it possible to save the favor for later, perhaps?
Of course.
As Mike just kind of fucking sighs. What exactly are you going to intend to do if I may not ask?
I need to gather some information.
As long as it doesn't gather any more enemies, then you can potentially kill in the future with that favor.
I mean, yeah. I don't think it will gather you more enemies.
Grunt, can I actually no,
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
can you can try and investigate this. Give me more hard moves I can pull.
Let's see. Yeah. Where the fuck are you? Investigate, yeah. Fucking all fuckers, let me select this. There we go.
So, one clue. So, what is your question?
Is she basically lying when she says only information gathering?
No.
Alright then. In that case, Mike will simply nod. Very well then. Pay for a favor, quit pro crow.
Lovely. As your vision just darkens, as you feel yourself almost like falling into an endless pit, as it doesn't seem to have any sort of bottom. Can't see anything, you can't hear anything.
Might probably freak out, but he was trying to calm himself down and just fucking like retreat to his mind palace.
You can't even like feel anything other than the fact that your senses are telling you that you are falling. It's a very unpleasant sensation, to say the least.
He'll try to retreat to his mind palace as best he can until this is over.
Meanwhile, what are Sonia or Marcus doing, if anything?
I don't think
I'm gonna give a
Sonya's
really
doing
boring
much.
answer, so go for Sonya.
I'm not doing much right now, basically.
I mean, looks you're not giving your boyfriend a call.
Oh, I thought I just saw him. He said he was gonna be back. I
Well,
thought he was
I mean,
doing
I
something.
think that was yesterday, so I think
Yeah.
what did you? I think you stayed in heaven, right?
No,
did
he
brought you home.
he
right?
dropped me off. Yeah, he dropped me off
You
basically.
would have
Told me
had-
his name.
Yeah, you would have had a night to sleep on it. Think about it.
I can hang out with him, Grunt, if he's not too busy.
Well, I mean, are gonna give him a call?
Yeah. I assume there's no other way she can reach out to him that she's aware of right now.
Set up a meeting with him for later.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, later in the day or whatever is easiest for him, because I think it's mostly on his time more than mine.
Can always make time for you, son. What do you mean? Always make time. What's the boring answer for you, Marcus?
Fuck all in his house besides maybe like drinking and like just watching the TV.
Seems that there's no disaster impending for now, at the very least.
He said, we'll call you.
Yeah.
So he's just like, all right, I got a new job, waiting for employment.
Some things need to happen, but yeah. Marcus, you're not really not Marcus, Mike. You're not really sure how long you've been falling. Hard to tell time. You're pretty sure it's been a long while. As eventually, you almost, as if waking up from a dream, you sort of get up as you realize you were lying on the floor in your own apartment. As Satara is standing over you, smiling. Rise and shine.
I'm sorry, who do you say that to?
Mike.
Oh, to Mike.
I see. All right, that's concludes our business for now. Is there any way to perhaps contact you, check upon that favor?
Gonna say no. Let me also hit you with another status. It's gonna. Oh.
Just delete it, and anyone who wanted to say you could just delete them and re-add them.
No, but like. They're only like heart state. That's fine. Oh, there it is. Never mind. It's a different apartment. I think the whole sensation. You know what? I'll be nice. I'll let you roll to see if you can resist. It's like fucking horrible. Give me a face danger roll.
Face danger. There we go. Yeah.
Because this like sensation of like terror and dread is not that easily just brushed off. And you are also kind of hurt from your previous engagements, so
Yeah. I'm not sure how much time has passed. I
it's like been a day or two.
Okay, yeah, okay. There's no time. Yeah, okay. It's yeah. So it's still active. So let me select the thingy first. There we go.
Nice, but I'll give them -2. I don't like. Can't input that manually.
I can just put it to a custom modifier if you want to.
Yeah, don't just leave it like that. We'll just say it's a -2, whatever you.
Yeah.
Okay. It didn't. It didn't. Yeah, I'll hit you with the datas. Red. As yeah, this was a horrible experience. Your body is still like shaking.
Yeah, probably heavily breathing. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. He says, well, I got what I needed. If you ever want to reach out to me quickly and efficiently, sort of almost like flicks her fingers, and there's like a small droplet of this inky black substance that lands on top of you. Just think about me nicely.
With a sucking nod while breathing. Yeah.
And keep that close to you.
He's taking the fucking. He's touching the droplet, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's like a fucking like liquid or like a
It
basic
is like it's like sort of
semi-solid.
Yeah, it's semi-solid. It's like a gelatinous cube.
Yeah, you put like put in this fucking corner. And he's got you time to grab a bottle of alcohol, baby. Yeah, listen, being in the shadow realm is not good.
Yeah.
Sensory deprivation is not good.
Yeah. Sonia eventually, as Mike, you also realize if you check the watch, you've been missing about 6 hours of your life. You're in the morning now. It's late afternoon.
Listen, that's the least of his concerns for now. He just needs to drink for now.
Yeah, Sonia,
Honestly, not that bad. Honestly, okay. Yeah.
you meet up with Michael. Would you meet at your place, at a bar?
With Damien wise, I think she would probably meet at her place,
Keep
mostly
calling
because
him Damien. Red. What? Why? Why are
I'm
you
sorry, should
pretending?
I? Should
Gave you his real name.
fine. If I will meet up with Michael at her place, because if there's stuff she wants to talk about that she assumes she doesn't want to speak out loud, basically, if the occasion pops up.
Yeah. As you welcome him into your apartment, he's like gonna come in as probably a bunch of snacks and some drinks. Like,
Yes. Well, welcome to my casa, I guess.
it's a nice place.
Thank you. No, it's not well compared to where you come from, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Listen, up there can get quite lonely times. It's nice and cozy here.
I'm happy that you came. Not too sure what exactly you do on the off hours.
Don't really have much of those, so this is my off hours.
Oh, oh, that's nice to know that I'm spending time with me. I appreciate it. I
Oh,
just
Smile.
so I wanted to ask, is there anything that I should be aware of when it comes to this type of situation? Are there rules to this?
Have to be a bit more specific.
Well, she kind of like takes a step closer and like kind of like puts her hand on his forearm essentially. Well, dating an angel? Do you have, I don't know, things that you want to make sure lines I don't cross, make you feel comfortable? I don't really know how this works when it comes to someone like you. I don't want to mess it up.
I think that's gonna be kind of hard. But just because I'm not a regular mortal doesn't mean I some alien being with weird rules.
Well, like I said, I don't really much have a way how this works, so I don't want to fuck it up. And I wanted to get to know you. I don't know if well, the real you, if you're willing to talk about anything, like the things that you like or dislike.
Well,
And
you'll find quickly that I am a rather boring person. I like reading. I like orderly things. I enjoy well, I enjoy a lot of things, but I rarely get to actually partake in them.
well, I hope I get to be the one of the things you get to enjoy, and you can partake in.
I wouldn't mind that.
Good. She will give him a kiss, essentially.
He'll kiss you back. And as he like looks back, says, "You're not like freaked out at all about this?"
I mean, I was told not too long ago that apparently things out beyond comprehensions are real, and apparently I'm part of that somehow. So it's either go with the flow or freak out every 5 minutes. So I think I'm pretty much fine. Are you freaked out?
No, no. But then again, I deal with this a bit more often than you do.
Well then, I don't see a reason to worry. You like me, I like you, and honestly, that's enough for me.
You're like, you should enjoy a bit of a quiet time because soon things will start to unravel. Tell me,
Yeah,
you, how do you feel about the idea of your powers? You know, how much do you really understand?
Yeah, Grant. I don't think she. I just want to make sure. I don't think she knows that it's a myth. Does she? Are we aware that's myth that
No,
we are?
not really, no.
No. Okay. I kind of figured. Okay. Not that much. I honestly using them was mainly by accident. Help me out in the pinch. I don't really. It seemed like there's a training regiment for this thing.
Yeah.
It.
Well, there's almost like a tether in people like you and, well, the source of your powers. Sometimes it can be another supernatural being, a concept, an idea.
That sounds pretty neat, but
It is, but
it's
if you would listen to mythos, they would tell you that you would walk a fine line between your, and he does the air quotes, human side and your supernatural side. I think that's a wrong approach, you know?
what approach do you think works best then?
I think there are no two sides. It's just you. And that thing that's tethering you to that power, I think you should embrace it because it is you. It is the real you.
I can see that, at the very least. Though the downside is, well, I don't really know if it's considered downside. I don't really use it for much. Once I leave San Francisco, I'm just regular old Sonya.
That is because long ago, there was a pact made that empowered, allowed people to, well, unconscious almost, tether themselves, draw power from these sources. Pact covers a small area. You leave that area, you are no longer subjected to that pact, so you lose your powers, but that's not entirely true. There is a way to retain them even after you leave. That is to fully integrate them. Accept the calling. Because it is a calling in a way. Not sure if you're quite new at this, so you might not exactly be able to put it in words, but talk to some of the more experienced people. They will tell you.
I think I get that.
The reason why
Somehow.
the department doesn't want you to embrace it, because then you suddenly become uncontrollable, a wild card to them.
Is it possible to get lost in it then? If you don't know.
Well, like any power, you could abuse it, but you're not losing yourself. You're still you. It's just that, fortunately, people, once they gain power, they tend to act reckless with it.
With great power and all that.
But I also sound very cliche, but I trust you. I think you would be able to wield it responsibly.
Thank you. Oh, it'd be nice to be able to help people with it. Most of them, I think, I can see a couple of, well, a few uses, but it's a lot to get used to.
Unfortunately for you, you'll have to, well, learn as you're walking.
Yeah. Sink or swim method. Well, at the very least, in the coming days, I'll try to be a little bit more, a little less hesitant with my powers. See how it works out. Maybe you're right. How I feel when I use it sometimes, I think an echo of something. Hunger, maybe? I don't know. Don't really have words for it, like you said.
Let's see. Let me help you take the first step. Just close your eyes and let's see if we can give in to that hunger just for a bit.
She raises an eyebrow, but she nods and closes her eyes.
As well, we'll fade to black from that.
Red's cooked.
I'll give you one crack your identity.
Listen. She wouldn't. Why would she ever doubt him? Come on.
Listen, how many people can bag the seraphim? Of course, with
No.
protection, we don't know. We had this like crisis like
We're not
2,000
doing the
years
fucking
ago.
Nephilim thing again. We're not doing the fucking Nephilim again.
Hazel was punished for this. We don't need more.
Miss,
Well,
Come on.
Michael knows what to pull out, you see, unlike Azazel, who didn't stop.
Hazel actually wanted kids. That's true.
You know what? Grunt, I now want the complete heavenly tier list pull-out game tier list.
Azazel's at the bottom, we know that. Actually, I'm not sure because he wanted, so that doesn't count. Anyway, let's continue.
Zazel couldn't pull out of a fucking like.
No, I think Azazel didn't want to pull out. I think that's
Parking lot.
anyway. Let's continue with the game. So we can have this conversation another time.
Well, eventually, I think 2 days are gonna go by. Unless, so if anyone wants to do something, I guess Sonia, you could probably meet with Opal one of these days.
You mean Scarlet?
Scarlet, my bad, yes.
I don't think anyone else wants to meet with Opal. I think I'm her only friend right now.
I mean, listen. Yes, but
Maybe I should become friends with him. That'd be such a
you
great
should.
idea.
You
No,
can...
I think actually, yeah, no, maybe you would do it. Maybe you would be a good friend with her.
So much in common.
We both have killed a lot of people. My cat is sitting on my lap, and his paw is on my leg. And whenever he flexes slightly, they dig in, and it hurts. But I love him, so I let him do it.
Well, Scarlet, I feel because Satara will be busy for a bit. Making schemes happen. So yeah, you stop by Opal's place one of these days. As you walk in, and she welcomes you with a big smile. Hello there. How you been?
Yeah, I'm better now.
No. What were you? Were you? Something happened to you before?
No, I mean like it's been a few days since the whole thing with Marcus happened.
Yes. I was wondering how much. Well, I don't like the smell of burnt flesh. But I like about ice, it keeps the bad smells away.
Yeah, freezing things is usually how most people preserve things.
Yes. Want some cookies? I'm just gonna go and bring out some snacks.
Yeah, oh, I'd like some.
Just gonna put them on the table. So, what's new with you other than well, being part of a murder squad?
I mean, not really a whole lot. I mean, been speaking with one of the I guess he's technically an alchemist, but I think he just like works the front counter. Oh yeah, I've also been talking with one of the people who came out of the mist. She's pretty nice.
Who might that be?
Name's Satara.
Never heard.
Yeah, she's kind of like a shadow person.
Hmm. I mean, that's a not very descriptive, but I
Yeah, she I'll Scott will like give a bit more detailed description, but yeah, like the defining features of Scald, it's shadow. Yeah, I mean of Satara is shadow.
well, you can tell her that she's always welcome by my place. I like making new friends, and if she's friends with you, that must mean she's a nice person.
Nah, no, I'm not actually sure who else she knows except for me. She's only been here for a few days now.
Yeah, most people that come from the Misty are usually kind of weird and they don't integrate well. But there's a couple of exceptions.
The weirdest guy you ever saw coming out of the mist.
Well, I saw a flying whale once.
Flying whale?
I that's what it looked like a whale, but it had like wings like a goose. It was like flying. They kind of shot at it and they pushed it back. It was about to crash into one of those tall glass buildings.
No. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that would probably be a problem for a lot of people.
I wouldn't have mind. There's a lot of tall glass buildings. There are not many flying whales around.
Yeah. Was it just like an animal? Like I can't imagine. I imagine it wasn't talking to anyone.
No, but it made these like sounds like this very sad cow.
I'm staring at the camera right now. That's no. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Yeah. Kind of weird. I kind of wish it stuck around, but would have been cool to see.
Yeah, but the meanies at the Mythos department don't like people like that. are bad for business, but I would willing to take the hit. Be able to see it rampage downtown.
I mean, how far do you think it would get? Do you think like it would hit one building, get like hurt, and then just like turn around, or do you think it would just push on through?
I mean, if you walk down the road and kind of bumped into a rock, would you not just go around the rock and then push forward?
I mean, if I saw the rock in time, I would just go around it. But like, if I stepped on the rock, might like pause for a bit. When I stub my toe, that kind of hurts.
Well, they probably would kill it sooner or later.
Yeah, probably for the best that it left then. Hope it's okay wherever it is.
Although I've never had like whale meat.
I think you can just like import that.
No, like I mean whale with goose wings meat.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a lot harder to find. I don't know. Maybe I hear some like Mythos told me some of the people who come through do like business. I don't know. Maybe you'll get lucky and you'll find a guy from the whale wing dimension place.
There's a lot of oddities that are being traded around, that's for sure. And there was like this guy once that came in, had like this weird like a glove with like precious stones enabled like kind of in it. Said it was like some powerful artifact, but they didn't really do anything, so I think he was just kind of scamming people.
Staring at the camera. I mean, maybe he was scamming people, or I mean, he was scamming people regardless. Maybe it did something where he came from.
Maybe. So a lot of people that come through can get quite weird. Because, I mean, yes, you know, whale with wings is obviously weird, but for some reason, there's this place. I've asked like several people that I've talked to. A lot of folks that come through seemingly talk about themselves in the third person. I never understood that. It's so weird.
Huh. That's a interesting speech pattern to develop.
Yeah, like the guy had a... I guess he was all around weird, but... I mean, who would talk about themselves in the third person? I know, it's kind of...
Found the author avatar for City of Mist, guys.
Grunt is experiencing bleed.
Oh, I mean... Also those guys that were like repeating the last word of every sentence. That was the weirdest and most annoying people I had to deal with.
Yeah, I imagine that could. Yeah, that would actually. Like they did it with every sentence.
Yeah. Don't worry. I killed one and I don't think they're gonna come back here.
Cool.
Wasn't even... It's kind of ugly as well, so I kind of just dumped it in the river.
If only Scarlett knew how horrible Spokes books were, she'd be like shaking your hand right now.
Fine, there's many more franchises I can make fun of.
I haterade, step through the door, shake her hand, and leave.
Give her a medal.
Yeah, she's gonna,
Absolutely.
she's gonna continue the And she's gonna probably like regale you with weird stories of weird individuals, all sorts of shenanigans.
I mean, yeah, Scarlet will listen with rapt intention. Like, this is actually pretty interesting. Imagine, like, so, yeah, because she never paid attention to anything that anyone at Mythos would have told her. So this is probably like the most she's learning about the mists and all the shit that can come through it.
Not sure if there's anything specifically you would like to ask her or like learn about.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I'd like ask her a bit more about ask her a bit more about like all the like the Fae in the court, but like the other Fae in San Francisco. Assuming there are, I assume there are.
Yeah. But from the way she's talking, it seems like a lot of Fae don't like talking to her. She is a bit of a recluse.
It's their loss.
That's what she thinks as well, but eventually probably we'll have to end the meeting and take your leave, and you are getting have to go back home and sleep eventually.
I do. I will have to go to sleep. Luckily, I hope this game goes on for 3 more sessions so I can hear Grunt like vent about all the fucking shitty franchises he hates.
But yeah, as Sonia, how much are you gonna listen to Michael's tutoring?
Let me take a look at her background for a second. All of it, probably.
That's what
I
I
don't
like
see.
to
She has a
hear.
reason to. She has no reason to doubt him, Brett. She has no reason to doubt him.
Yeah, you know what? I think that identity is kind of gone. So feel free to think about what the fuck, what kind of mystery you wanna put in there, because your powers are definitely growing. It's you are embodying more and more aspects. So feel free to think on that.
Gotcha.
As Mike, it's been about a week since the incident with Sakara, as phone is ringing as Pearl is calling you.
Pick up. Yes.
Boy, what up?
Hey, I think it's time you acted on our deal.
Mike will fucking so for phone away size. Of course, what's
Well, quite simply put, you'll need to leak me some information from the Mythos database. I am especially interested in names of employees, people like yourself. Just their names. I don't really need anything else.
I take a bit, but I'll see what I can do and how many I can get.
I'll be waiting. Are you gonna just do what she wants?
Well, I don't think I can walk into Central Command and just ask for a list of all undercover agents.
Well, it's not. Mythos doesn't employ undercover agents. You can just
Oh.
go and like start like perusing the databases and sort of taking names. It's not like, yeah, you're not gonna get access to a lot of people's files, but names are not that like
Yeah, I was thinking like how obvious would this be basically? Like, why you go like Agent Johnson? Why are you going through this shit? Like, basically, that's what I'm thinking.
I think if
I'm not sure.
you can give me a sneak around roll.
Yeah, because I'm not sure how like people might ask question and this whole shindig is not to avoid trouble and
Sneak around. How well you do?
yeah, oof. Let's see.
I believe.
I don't. Let's see.
Criminal underworld.
Noble resistance.
I'll throw in this. Maybe an occasional bribe to look things over. Let's see how merciful you will be.
Always mercy. You overlooked. Yes, lies. Or what? Yeah. You're gonna bribe them as well?
Occasional bribes, not large
Yeah,
scale, but
all
occasional
of them.
bribes.
Look, I'm so nice. I gave you all of them. You need like a literal snake eyes, I think, to fail.
Yeah. Actually, I think I cannot fail because I think even with a snake eyes, I'll get a 7.
Hmm.
You have +5 right now?
Oh god, this means I'm working for Michael to the angels, aren't they? Or something worse. God is this merciful. God is never this
Mac
merciful.
has succeeded on the insight on me.
Yeah, I succeeded on the inside on Grant. But I'm a servant of the story. Let's see.
I say you're a very good backstabber. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. I did roll snake eyes, holy shit.
Wow. Yeah.
The rolls in this game.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it'll take you a couple of days. But you've been like quietly gathering information, compiling, sending them to Pearl. Names of a lot of people. I think it's going smoothly.
Even with a +5, I still got a 9, goddamn.
Worry about it. Worry about it. As yeah. Um. One night, as you head back home, as you kind of open the door to your apartment, kind of your jacket on the hanger, sit down on the couch. There's like a giggle coming from one of the corners of the room as you glance over, and it's Sitara staring at you.
Welcome back.
Who said I
Want a
left?
drink?
Who said I left?
Sorry. Sorry, I'm not an expert on the physiology of interdimensional beings. Want a drink?
I don't mind one. Especially since you're gonna you've been a bit of a mischievous little devil, haven't you?
Well, I'm quite in a bit of a predicament.
I still owe you that favor. I could just kill them.
Oh yes, the problem is I'm not sure how far that favor will extend. I could tell you to ask you to
Well,
just kill
one
every
person.
Exactly. So, I'm still keeping that in mind. But the problem is if the person blackmailing me is killed, well, then the offer of protection she has is gone. If I kill the person sending the assassins, well, they might be replaced.
Okay, fine. Be boring. But tell me, who are you stealing info from? Because well, you might be overlooked by other people, but I don't overlook you.
Out of curiosity, why is that so curious? Is this for your personal enjoyment? Business or pleasure?
It is for my personal enjoyment. Everything I do is for my personal enjoyment.
All right, then let's add a bit of chaos. Sure, why not? At this point, he takes a sip from the drink. My fellows, it's just I'm working with some kind of criminal syndicate against Mythos. In exchange for not getting assassins, I spy.
That doesn't give me a name. Come on, Mike. Criminal syndicate. You know how many of those are around? It doesn't narrow it down.
The problem is what I slightly worry about is that well, the person blackmailing me is blackmailing me. She does keeps the assassins at least away.
Not gonna go rat on you. Well, I am, but not to them.
To whom will you rat?
Someone who can't hurt you.
Can I? I'm going to provide you more hard moves, Grunt. Can I investigate again?
Yeah, you can invest.
Actually, I forgot that this thing also exists. I forgot.
Evaluating risk plus. I'll say though that the dread one is still.
That's perfect. Yeah, it's perfectly fair. I'm kind of afraid of her. What the fuck was the sound? The sound effect. What?
Get a clue.
I could ask a question. Same question as before. Is there any did they take any hint of sarcasm or any body language to indicate that?
No, she does. She genuinely doesn't think like whoever she's about to talk to can like actually hurt you.
Can or will?
Can.
All right then. Yeah, in that case, Mike takes another sip. All right. Please do not remove the piece off the board, otherwise the game might be over quicker. Much less for you to spectate. Criminal syndicate in question is a Carver's operation. The person I'm working for right now is either Carver himself, working by Pearl, or Pearl. I'm not really sure on the relationship.
Starts laughing. Okay. That's kind of funny. So which one of them are? Tell me who is your actual contact first.
Put the matter directly, Pearl.
Okay.
Is she doing her own thing or working well for Carver?
You can call it her own thing, I guess.
Or might be working for someone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so as well, but in the case I don't know so exactly whom, but apparently either she's influential enough of Carver or they are powerful enough to keep the assassins away.
Well, I mean, she is. Listen, do you think there's not people spying on Carver's operations? She's just one of the high-ranking spies.
Thought so as much myself.
No, it makes sense she was one the info. Guess Mythos really will collapse soon.
It kind of like fucking takes as fucking it takes a big sip. Does that favor only extend to killing people, perchance?
I mean, what do you have in mind?
I'm thinking I'm not sure how quickly you travel around the world. Nice evacuation perhaps somewhere far away and isolated, but
You want me
I think that's rather.
You want me to smuggle you out?
The problem is I'm not exactly sure about. Well, if Mythos collapses, Mr. Carver might be busy with other things and might forget about me.
Mr. Carver doesn't have you on his sides, friend. I can smuggle you across the world, but
Well,
Well,
then whoever.
let's just say that a shadow can outrun the light. You are neither the shadow, nor do you have wings.
Well, I
So
thought so, as much as it would be kind of hard for me to outrun whatever's chasing me.
but let me make you a deal. I can help you. Well, maybe kill the guy on top is a bit too much, but
You mentioned wings, I assume. Angels involved?
she
Or that's
nods.
just a joke? I'm like, just fix that. I guess, it's going to reap what I sowed when it comes with sins.
Oh, come on, Mike. Surely you don't believe in that bullshit.
Well, mostly a joke. No, I don't, actually. Mostly a sarcastic remark. What's the offer?
You help me, we talk over the angels. They're clearly using you for their own means, and they'll probably, the moment things hit the fan, you'll just be used as a scapegoat. I've been
Ask you if
leaking a
any
lot
good-
of mythos information.
I see you have any good pawn.
Well,
What would be your offer? I don't think you'll protect me 24/7, and
no. My offer is not one of protection. My offer is one of punching back.
Mike takes a deep. More, he fills up a second glass. He had the glass probably empty by now, so he fills up a second glass, drinks it. No, I always want my life to punch back. Usually try to fly under the radar.
It's not working out for you, buddy.
See that much? I found that's that's a bit of chaos in the mix. Maybe they'll be busy with something else. Hopefully. What's your proposition exactly?
Quite simple. Um, Nothing for now. Let them get with their plan. Now, when I took your body over, I also went around town to ask a couple of people a couple of questions.
Mind sharing or
Well,
price for later?
I learned that angels are not the most popular of individuals.
In the world where demons live, I quite imagine quite so.
Mm.
Not many people like what are essentially cops or federal agents. I think it might be more apt term for the angels.
Call them what you want, but I'm not gonna deal with demons. They don't seem to be powerful enough to do anything to the fuckers. But I have heard of angel hunters.
Mike actually perks up at that slightly.
People
Demons.
who specialize in this shit.
I assume it must be a bit more of a guerrilla operation, seeing as the big man is assuming heaven is not a burning ruin. Seeing seven still at top, I assume there's not that many of them.
Don't need that many.
And these angel hunters, are they some kind of charity?
No.
Or are these devoted?
But well, there is someone that apparently runs a charity organization.
Oh, didn't expect that. To hear that.
Goes around helping people. It's for nothing in return. Seems too good to be true. Probably is some sort of lie, but we could probably
Max just
exploit
kind of
that.
nods along and agrees. Yeah, there's nothing for free in life.
We could still probably exploit that.
Fair enough. Any information on our good Samaritan? Have you heard anything about him? What or who he
Goes
is?
by the name of Darius, but not much else. This little group of his, they call themselves Death Angels. Quite poetic.
Get a fucking lies. I take the plans to invite them and let them have fun.
Oh. My god, Mike, do you even think these things through?
Right now, a bit
You're
I
moping.
prefer.
You're moping. God. God's sake. Meet me at this bar. It's so pathetic to see you drink alone. I'm gonna scribble down an address. I'm out of here.
I try to recompose myself by then. I'd just say death threats were usually not a thing I dealt with in my old job.
Oh, boo fucking who. As she melts into the floor.
Yeah.
As well, Marcus, it's been about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. Your last conversation with Michael, as there's a knock at your door.
Yeah, he'll head over and open it.
As you open and you see it's Michael.
I don't know he's Michael, so I just say, "Hey, Damien."
May I come in?
Of course.
As yeah, you sit down with him in the living room. Say, well, things have calmed down slightly, but we've compiled a list of people. I'm gonna need you to tell me who you think willing to, well, defect sounds traitorous, but join our new organization and leave Mythos. I will need you to be convincing enough to know a lot of these people.
Hello. One second, I'm sure. You're good? You're fine.
I heard Optimus scream. No.
I think that was his brother.
Oh, no. I heard like a cat squeak or something.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so he like hands you a
Um,
dossier with like a lot of names.
I'll do my best. Can't make any promises.
Well, I think now is the time that I can also provide you with more answers. If you have any more questions about future steps, because maybe I assume you will get asked some of these questions yourself.
All right, I guess biggest one. Do you already have the forward base up and operational, or is that still a potential?
It is built, sort of. The crux of the ritual will be pushing the mist outside almost. It's gonna take some time, but I believe in a month or two should have everything set up.
there's no doubt in your mind that this is possible. You run the numbers like this is an eventuality, not a possibility.
He nods.
A lot of these guys, I don't think they're going to join if they think it's a maybe.
No, it's a definite possibility. It's a foregone conclusion. Problem is, once the barrier is erected, I will need people to be ready and not. There will be confusion because there is a catch to all of this.
What's the catch?
Every supernatural in San Francisco will be drawn into this. I expect there will be a lot of confusion.
Damn. And if I remember correctly, he essentially made like a fake city, right?
Yeah, it's gonna make a second city.
So will they know, or will it just be like they blink and?
Well, I think they'll definitely know, but it's gonna look, well, not identical, but definitely gonna be a bit weird for them. I expect some of them will take it quite poorly. Some of them will panic. And I need your people and you step up and ensure that they don't break that barrier.
Okay.
That's the first catch.
Yes.
That's the first part of the catch. There's a second one though.
What's that?
Right now, Marcus, you've been told that this power you're drawing upon, that you should not give in fully. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is a lie told to you by your superiors because, well, I think it's a lie that they've been told. I don't think they're actively malicious. It's a lie that has been propagated across generations to ensure one thing, that people like you don't leave San Francisco. You heard, I'm pretty sure you know about the fact that if you leave the city, you lose your powers, right?
Yeah. I've probably known some people that it's happened to, right? Where they like breathe up the city and they
Yep.
seen it happen.
Well, what do you think happens if you fully embrace the power and then you leave? If you stop denying yourself and truly acknowledge what you are.
Have I ever seen anyone do that, Ron?
Not really. It's a rare thing, and if it happens, there's an actual task force that handles people that fucking go Avatar. They usually the sort of like reason they use is that people become violent, unstable, and quite dangerous to everyone around them.
So you're telling me people who go Avatar don't have a tendency to go, well, off the postal.
If handled improperly, it is a shock. But with my help, we can provide enough. Imagine as if your soul is expanding rapidly. It's a painful process, and one that is likely to drive people insane or, well, quite dangerous. But I know, and I have a method that would allow one to sort of offload that pressure for long enough until their soul adjusts on its own, making the transition easier.
How do you know so much about this? I know you said you were like me, but still, how? I mean, I've never heard of any of this, and I've been doing this for a long time. Where did you learn all this?
Quite old, Marcus. I was around when the first god made a pact with the mortal and created this area.
So you were one of the first?
You could say that.
Can I incite this guy, Grunt?
Yeah, roll me the investigate.
Here you go, Grunt. A nice, juicy, shit. A nice, juicy hard move for you.
Both eyes open. Hey, you can ask a question.
Yeah, Grunt. I can tell that this guy probably isn't actually a mytho. The others.
Yeah, he well, I mean, he knows a lot, but I mean, it's kind of.
He's like, yeah, no, I'm like you guys, and I was like, oh, you're a mytho. Like, yeah, sure. The next time I meet him, it's like, oh yeah, no, I was there when the first mythoi were in. Like, oh, so you're like one of the first ones, something like that.
You can definitely
Something like that.
You can, yeah. If you ask me that question, I'll say this. I'll clarify that part. Your one clue. You can definitely tell there's a word play here. So he's not lying, but he is sort of being like he's dancing around the subject. Like you could confront him on this. Because he's not like you, but he views himself like you, sort of. It's more of an identity thing rather than a what kind of being you are.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you're kind of giving me the runaround here. I thought when you said that initially you were, another one like us, but what are you actually really? I'd like to know who or what I'm working for.
Do you know what you are, though? First of all.
I've been living with this for 10 years, and I'm kind of probably one of the closest people to becoming an avatar in the entire organization, right?
Yeah, you're high up there.
I probably have some clues, some inklings, right?
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure, obviously. Like, I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm the avatar of this god, right? No, it's more of like, I've picked up on a few things in my service. I can tell that almost feels like
You're a vessel.
people say they live in... Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, he cuts you off and says, "You're a vessel, Marcus."
A vessel for what?
In your case, I can sense a lot of power, a lot of ancient power, but it differs person to person. Some are vessel to gods, some are vessels to ideas, some are vessels to pure beliefs, places, even objects. And just like you, I am also a vessel. Just for a different god. As sort of, you can see like almost growing out of his back these pair of golden white wings. As the angel wings don't like fully spread around, but like make themselves visible to you.
Ah, I get it now. See now, Grunt. Last time I met him, I learned that he was the one who was fucking with our investigation with the mist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if the angels were the ones fucking with our investigation about the murder of an angel that had like a that's fucking that's some fishy business, huh? Maybe not. Obviously, he's not gonna jump to holy shit. This was a false flag operation. But there's definitely more to the original story. That
Definitely.
Alright, I get it now.
I've been serving for many millennia. This place, this rift. Well, I've been trying to figure out a way to solve it for some time now, but recently an opportunity has shown itself. You see, in heaven we don't get to do what we want. There are procedures, there are rules we all must follow. Rules that limit what I can do quite severely. Recent events, though, have opened new avenues for me. And I think now is the perfect time to ensure that Earth is not going to be plagued by beings from other dimensions every year.
He is still talking a good game, though. Gotta admit.
And well, I can't do this alone. I need people like you, other members of the Mythos department, people who clearly have put their lives on the line, defend those who cannot defend themselves. But you know this, you're underpowering the selves. You're not embracing your full potential. You treat these powers like a corrupting influence when they are merely a tool you have. They are part of you. You are not chosen as a vessel for them randomly. You are chosen because that is who you are. And I think between you, me, and others that want to see this thing realized, I think a new organization can be formed. One that will exist in the mess. And, well, sacrifices will be made. I don't think people should jump into this unknowingly. But imagine no more mist incursions, no more travelers wandering down the streets with regular folk. It'll be so much safer. Imagine instead of walking down an alleyway filled with the disenfranchised, our new travelers will walk down an alleyway filled with demons, other supernatural beings more than capable of defending themselves, even for the weakest among them.
Damn, he's talking a good game. Okay. All right. We'll see what I can do. Question though, those of us that you're gonna join your organization, will they ever have a chance to come back here to this city? A lot of them got families.
Like, takes a breath and says, maybe. I'm not sure how easy it be. I don't think they will be able to come back, but I don't see why their families couldn't visit them. I planned for this to be only a one-way trip for supernaturals. But mortals, they're free to make their own choices. Choose to live where they want to live. They would be unaffected by the barrier.
So once you join, you'll never get a chance to quit, is what you're saying.
No. This is less like a job and more like an oath you're gonna take. I can't have people who come in half-heartedly.
You said this will draw on all the supernaturals. Those of the organization who don't decide to join, who stay non-Avatar, will they get pulled in?
They will be warned and they can just leave the city when the ritual will fire.
How long of a warning will they get?
A day or two in advance, perhaps.
It should be enough.
Too long might let the information leak to our enemies. Don't think that heaven doesn't have its opposition.
I'm well aware.
The angel that was killed 2 weeks ago. That was one of them. These angel hunters. Not that many of them, but they are quite dangerous. While I'll admit, I did try and take advantage of his passing to make his death mean something. You unraveled that scheme quite quickly. I'll be upfront with you, Marcus. I think Mythos is a half measure. They have the right idea, but they're not willing to go far enough.
I can see where you're coming from. All right, well, I'll do my best to convince those I think would be willing to leave the real world behind forever. Which means it'll only be able, well, probably only a few people in the organization who are willing to do that as me.
I would rather have 10 dedicated people who believe in the cause than 100 who are there half-heartedly.
Good mindset to have.
We are only as strong as our weakest link, as you'll sort of get up.
Do you know exactly what the mist is, anyway? I mean, you said you were there when it started, right? It's only in the city.
It's almost like a wound in fabric of the universe itself. I'm not sure what caused it, but it was here the first time I looked upon the garden. Perhaps scheme of an ancient god that went awry. Who can tell?
Let's see. Can I see if he's telling the truth, Grunt? Can I roll his inside? Ooh, it's an 11.
Yeah. He genuinely doesn't know. It seems like this is a very old fucking thing.
All right.
And just because he's like super old doesn't mean he was, because he said like when he basically came to Earth, that was already here. So
Shit's whack, I guess, you know?
it seems like this guy has spent more time in heaven than on Earth during his long, long life.
Yeah. I mean, that's understandable, right? I mean, like, shit. He's apparently super fucking old, so if he doesn't know, he doesn't know, right?
He'll take his leave. As Sonia, we're preparing for another date. I'll say this. I'm just gonna take executive decision.
Okay.
As you're preparing for another date,
Do not resist.
as you're kind of like looking through your closet for clothes, kind of hear Sitara's voice coming from behind you. Says, "Ooh, I like the first one better."
You don't think it's too much?
No, I think he'll like it.
I think right now she is smiling ear to ear. She's not even, it's that almost maniac level of happiness on her face. Is sorry, I do I kind of get myself ready. Do you want anything to drink? Anything to eat?
Sure.
I don't have much. I have leftovers.
Don't
Do you
worry.
want
I'm actually here to. Well, you know me, always concerned.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say. It turned out. I don't. But I realized I don't think Sonya ever asked him about like the thing with the Tara told her. I realized she never asked him. Cause thanks for the tip. Actually, I learned a lot from it. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad he doesn't mean you any harm.
No, not at all. Actually, he's actually helping me.
Maybe then you'll be one of the lucky ones.
Is that what does that mean?
Sorry, I thought. Didn't he tell you?
Well, he told me a couple things. What?
But did he tell you about, the others?
The others what? What others?
She like suddenly looks a bit panicky, like looks around and says, "Oh, listen. You didn't hear this from me. I don't know. Listen, he might just kill me if I tell you. I can't. Nope. No.
Well, I know he said he's working with other people. Are you talking about like
Oh no.
the job?
Do you think I would be scared of people? No. Ugh. Nope. I'll leave this one to you. I don't need to get involved. She's just gonna
No.
kill me.
Sitar, please. She's gonna like, if she allows, of
Yeah.
course, to grab her hand. Please, what's going on?
You understand how dangerous this guy is, right?
I know he's definitely high up there in the ranks of people you don't want to piss off, but
Let me say something. I could kill you with the back of my hand in a single swing. Could do the same to me.
okay, that makes sense. I don't know if you know what he is.
He is one of the most powerful angels around.
Well, I kind of got the gist. I did a couple Google searches, but didn't really much have in the way of encyclopedia about that. But can you tell me anything here? Because
I don't know his full capabilities, so he can read minds.
I promise you, I won't tell anyone anything if you tell me.
He can read your mind, but you don't need to tell him. Just here inside your little brain.
I am going to investigate Satara. That's all right, Grunt? Oh shit, I didn't even add anything. Do I still have it? Yeah, no. Okay, I think I'll have anything else. There you go. Lecture book.
There you go. Yeah. Feeling a bit empty inside. Listen. And she looks freaked the fuck out. Genuinely terrified of him.
I got you. It's okay, Sitar. It's okay. I owe you a lot. I'll figure this out. Thanks for telling me. I'm sure it's a misunderstanding.
No. Do you know how many people this guy has killed? For way less?
You think he would? I don't think he would hurt me.
Well, been awfully cooperative. Listen. Okay. I can help you. You're willing to help yourself.
What is that? What do you mean?
Well, I may not be able to overpower him, but I can help you level the playing field a bit, you know?
Oh, okay.
I mean, are you not curious what's he hasn't told you about the genocides, about the murders, about, the others?
Yeah.
The other
he isn't
women?
Mitch. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't.
Maybe it was just me reading too much into it. I don't. My point is, you are quite powerless in front of him. I don't think that's gonna do wonders for your relationship.
So Tanya's a bit distraught, but she's nodding, looking very serious, zooming in on whatever she's saying.
There is a way you could gain a lot more power so that you're able to, make sure he doesn't bullshit you.
How? What does that have to do?
Well, how much do you trust me?
That's a hard question right there. Let me think on it. I think what Sonya's mindset is right now, and the words she said, the exact worst thing she wanted to hear. Someone's gonna trust her completely right now, Greta. I'm gonna tell you right now, she's in a manic feeling right now. So she's just like, you seem really scared, and you haven't lied to me since. And there's something I'm missing. I need to know. If there are other people, I need to know.
I'm gonna. There's, you see, you can tap into a lot of power, right? I know a ritual which will allow you to tap into even more power, like actual. Again, not something that would overpower him, but something that would ensure he can't bullshit you. Because, I mean, listen, if you're gonna press him on it, I don't think he's gonna probably try and like give you half truths, try to calm you down, appease you, wiggle his way out of this.
I've been there before.
There's a ritual then that would allow you to become, well, channel this power. You're willing to go through it. She kind of extends her hands.
Is it gonna hurt? Are there any
No.
side effects?
No. Well,
I gotta investigate for that one, Grant.
Yeah,
I just
sure.
want to make sure. Give me 1 second. I keep hitting the button without realizing. God damn it! Okay, I only have this now.
I said I needed to like start the oven, but like really.
Oh.
The oven was.
It's too late.
So what exactly are you like asking if she's lying about?
Yeah, like, is this going, like, what are the side effects of their costs and extreme harm that's going to happen to Sonya
No.
cost that she's not being told?
No. Doesn't think you'll suffer any ramifications from any. So you won't be harmed. You won't like have any weird fucking side effects.
Okay.
She's just like thinks this ritual will give you a lot of fucking power.
Yeah, she nods.
As you take her hand, the moment you touch, you can feel the world around you almost slow down. As you can see, there's shadows that flow from her hand to yours. As you feel your entire body being electrified, or a rush of adrenaline flowing through you. As you feel like you can hear so much, you can see so far away, as if every shadow is your eyes and ears. As you sort of almost glance to the side, as you see your reflection in the mirror, your eyes have gone completely pitch black.